Today, the president suggested that diversity in hiring may have played a role in this mid-air collision.
Immediately, those comments drew criticism. Investigative reporter Mahsa Saeidi joins us with more. Mahsa.
Dick, KJ, obviously we are just in the very early stages of this investigation. The president made his comments shortly before noon, and when pressed by reporters about how he arrived at his conclusions, President Trump said it was common sense.
I speak to you this morning in an hour of anguish for our nation. We do not know what led to this crash, but we have some very strong opinions.
This morning, hours after the deadly collision, President Trump appeared to blame the tragedy on his two predecessors and on DEI, or Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion initiatives.
The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. We have to have our smartest people. It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak.
Soon after taking office, President Trump issued an order to stop DEI programs across government. The initiatives, long under attack by Republicans who claim they threaten merit-based hiring. With investigators refusing to speculate on the cause of the collision Thursday, reporters pressed President Trump on his comments.
What evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power, you have to go by psychological quality, and psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden, and Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite.
President Trump also knocked President Biden's Secretary of Transportation. Online, Pete Buttigieg firing back, posting, quote, "Despicable. As families grieve, Trump should be leading, not lying. We put safety first, grew air traffic control, and had zero commercial airline crash fatalities out of millions of flights on our watch." President Trump pledged to support families of the victims, but as bodies were still being pulled from the water, more criticism.
Is despicable. Let's just, if you first just begin to center on the fact that we're talking about 67 lives that appear to have been lost, that you would make this moment a political moment, that you would use such a tragedy to try to reemphasize a point that frankly is without merit.
Okay, so moments ago, the current Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, released a memo, and in that memo, he echoed much of the president's comments. Secretary Duffy has said that on day 2, he ordered an immediate return to merit-based recruitment, hiring, and promotion. And Dick, KJ, to be clear, again, we have no idea what caused this crash.
Mahsa, thank you.
Thank you, Mahsa.